Hey folks, welcome back to Vidhya's Vegetarian Kitchen. Today I'm going to share two recipes. The first one is going to be the homemade rasam spice mix or rasam podi with horsegram or kollu. For this we need to roast half cup of horsegram and 3 tablespoons of tur dal without adding any oil. We are just dry roasting it until the tur dal turns deep brown. Make sure you are stirring it continuously so that the lentils don't burn out. Transfer it to a plate and let it cool. And in the same pan, we are going to roast 1/3 cup of cumin seeds, half cup of coriander seeds, 12 red chilies, dried red chilies. I have used the regular long variety one, 2 tablespoons of black pepper, and 1 strand of curry leaves, 10 to 15 leaves approximately. Roast this as well. No need to add oil, and make sure you're stirring continuously so that the spices don't burn, and let it cool as well. First, we are going to grind the tur dal horsegram along with red chilies. Just do it in a pulse mode and coarsely grind it. Be careful when you are opening the mixer jar because the aroma from the ground red chilies are really strong, and sometimes it will be allergic to few people, so just be cautious with that. Here it is, and now I'm going to add the other ingredients as well and grind it in pulse mode. I'm also adding turmeric powder here. Typically in India, when we make rasam powder, we use the dried turmeric pieces, and we give it in flour mill where it can be easily ground. But when you are making in small batches in home, I prefer turmeric powder, and that's what I have used here. And rasam podi or rasam spice mix doesn't need to be finely ground. It can be slightly coarse. So check for the consistency, check for the texture, and grind it and transfer it to a plate. Let it cool completely before storing it in an airtight container. That's very important. And this measure approximately yields 230 to 250 grams of rasam powder. I'm just trying to see what is the measure, so that's why I'm doing it this way. And here it is, the horsegram rasam powder is ready, and you can store it in airtight container. And now with this powder, I'm going to show you how to make a simple rasam. You can enjoy this rasam as a soup. You can always mix it with rice, and you can also use it for making one pot rasam rice. All these recipes are on my blog. I'll share the links as well. And now let's get started with the rasam recipe. For this rasam, take a heavy bottom vessel in which you are going to make the rasam, and add 2 teaspoons of tamarind paste. If you don't have tamarind paste, soak a small gooseberry size of tamarind and extract 2 cups of water. Add some curry leaves, salt, 1 tomato chopped, and 1 tablespoon of the rasam podi that we prepared, and 3 garlic cloves crushed. Add all these to the vessel. I haven't turned the gas on. I'm just adding them all to the vessel, and I'm adding a little bit of turmeric powder and also freshly crushed black pepper. I know we have added black pepper in the rasam powder also, but I like my rasam a little spicy, so that's why I'm going with this way. Add 2 cups of water, and now using your hands nicely mash the tomatoes so that the juices get incorporated well, and then simmer the rasam. When it comes to a boil, add 2 tablespoons of cilantro and little bit more curry leaves. When you add cilantro after the first boil, I feel the flavors get infused much better. So that's why I'm doing it this way. And simmer it again. And now add 2 more cups of water and reduce the heat to low and bring the rasam to a gentle simmer. And when it becomes frothy on top, just turn off the heat. We don't need to bring the rasam to a vigorous boil again. And finally add 1 more tablespoon of cilantro and close the lid so that the flavors can infuse well. Parallelly, you can also prepare the tempering. For this, I'm using ghee. You can opt for oil for a vegan version. temper just mustard seeds and cumin seeds, and when the mustard seeds splutter, you can add it to the rasam, and that's it. The rasam is ready. It's more like the Kollu Rasam. This is really flavorful and it's perfect for this winter weather. Do give these two recipes a try and let me know your thoughts and feedback. I hope you enjoyed these two videos, and I'll see you soon in another one. Thank you.